What's happening, guys? Welcome back to the channel. As you can see, I've had a bit of a trim and my head looks like a normal size again instead of being fat with this beard. And I've had a bit of a haircut. Anyway, I thought I'd start filming before I jump in on it because I've just come here today and I've just jumped in straight away and I've just stopped myself to get a bit of footage in between. And I'm just going to run through what I'm going to try and get done today. I've got other jobs to do later on in the day, so I can't spend all day on this, but I'm going to run through now what the plan is today. Right, so obviously, as you can see, the turbo's back off and things like that. We're going to be trying to fit this oil cooler today. I'm going to fit it behind the intercooler because I've got nice space down there. I wanted to fit it on top of the intercooler originally, but in case the bumper hits it, I don't want to have any interference with the bumper because I've got the bumper sitting nice. So I'm going to have it sitting behind the intercooler. I'm just going to start running the lines in a minute so I can, because I don't have to make new lines. Ideally, I'd like to use them ones. So I want to get in a place where I can still use them lines. I think they should be fine. I might just have to have it over to the left a bit. Either way, it's going to be 10 times cooler than the stock one. So either way, it's going to work just as good. So that's the plan on that one. Once I've taken all this front end off, I'm gonna, well, first of all, I'm gonna mark up the radiator on where I want this hose to be put. My mate Craig's gonna do it. So yeah, I'm gonna just put a little kink where I want that, get that marked up, get that taken out today, get that ready. I've ordered a little piece of alley to obviously weld over the hole basically on the radiator to sort it out and then weld that one in there. And I've ordered some alley rod, like this sort of size, to go on the bottom so it can peg better in the traction bar, because obviously they're just not long enough to be, they are long enough to go in, but they're not long enough for me to be happy. So yeah, I'm going to put literally a couple, probably 3 or 4 mil on each one of them, so that sits in nicely. So yeah, that's going to come out. I've got one of these, I've had this for a while, thermostat, obviously rotating one so that I can get the hose on the bottom one, because it's still, let me see it from here, it's still quite a way out. I don't even know, you can't even bloody see it. There you can, right there. And then obviously it's still quite a way out from the hose. So obviously we're rotating one. Just makes everything easier. And yeah, basically I want to get the oil cooler mounted perfectly today. That's sort of done today. I want to get the wiring done, but I'm waiting on some loom tape because I want to make it really neat and as hidden as possible with everything. So I've got a little power steering pump on the way. I've mocked this up. It looks like it might just fit. There's still a bit more play down there that I can adjust with, but yeah, it looks like this might just fit. So that'll be an absolute bonus if I can get that done. And maybe if there's enough time, start getting the boost pipes done. As I've dug out me, yep, it's stainless. I know most people use aluminium. It does not really matter. Aluminium's lighter, obviously, and if you can weld aluminium, it's easier. But unfortunately, I can't, and I've got these in stock already. So I'm going to be using them to make the boost pipes and go up, and then I'll have the top ones as alley, as my old one, because obviously my old one's got the methanol fitting and the dump valve in and things like that. So basically, that's what I'm going to be doing today, guys. So I'm just going to crack on with it. I might get a bit of time lapse in, we'll see, but obviously I'm all on my own and things like that, and I'd just like to get it done because I'm just gagging to get this on the road, as you can imagine. Okay, so we have an oil cooler. Managed to mount it where I said behind the intercooler. Yeah, I don't know why it's a little bit not straight, but I had to have it like that to have the cooler. A minute. Yeah, we got a gap though. That is solid. That obviously is not held on by cable tie. It is screwed to that. That ain't going nowhere. We're pretty solid. So intercooler solid. That's solid. Looking good. Yeah, as I said, it's a slight, very, you can't really see it properly. But yeah, it's at a very slight angle. It looks more of an angle like that. It looks massive angle, but it ain't actually that much of an angle. So don't ask me. I don't know why. But yeah, so anyway, we've got an oil cooler. Obviously I bolted it up there, I've run the lines. Just bear with me. Oh God, you can't even see them, can you? Oh. Right, okay, there you go. I've run the lines tight under there, along, so I see the fitting at the back. Put proper pipe holders on, pipe fittings there. And we've got, there's no issue with that touching any belts. So yeah, that bit's good, that's all mounted. It's not tightened up properly yet because obviously I was just testing it. I may have to look at the radiator and chop this a bit here because I think the radiator may fail it. I'm going to try and fit that now quickly, just so I can get it all bolted up and ready, and then I can start going on to other things. But yeah, she's happy. She's got an oil cooler. She'll be 10 times cooler behind there than the normal thermostatic standard one. So next plan is to tighten it up and then get the radiator fitted, see if it will fit. Because obviously I know it's going to be tight here when the radiator might push up against it, so may have to chop these a bit down here. Yeah, and just see what's happening. So jump on with that now. All right, so test fit the radiator. Obviously I've not put that one in yet, at no point. This radiator's got to come out for modifications, I keep saying. But yeah, she fits okay. It's I'm just gonna obviously cable tie these together so they're a bit more neater. Tighten all the oil cooler now. Yeah, and we're looking good. So it's another thing ticked off the list. Oil cooler is fitted. And then now I may look into, what do I look into now? Doing the boost pipes, I think. Yeah. Let's go. All right, guys, I've had a pig of a job. An absolute pig of a job. And a bit annoying really because it's a stupid one. But I've had to, obviously, I was going to put a swivel thermostat housing on. And when I went to take, obviously, the old thermostat housing off, the thermostat off of the thermostat housing, the bolts are a no-go. I don't know if anyone's done this before. They're probably sitting there thinking, yeah, they're all the same. But yeah, mine just kept spinning inside and obviously with the housing plastic, it just kept spinning and was a right headache. So I had to cut it off and drill it out, and I've had to modify it to get mine on, as the nearest delivery slot on a brand new one's about 4 weeks away, I think. So I was like, I ain't waiting that. So I'll show you my modification. So we got it on. I've had to chop it, oops, and just nut and bolt it all the way around. So yeah, it's fine. It's completely solid and sealed. Obviously, that's where I had Honda on before. I know you don't need to do it, but I'm just extra, so I don't know leaks. But I'm going to be putting some more on it now when I've sealed it. But yeah, so obviously it sits like that. It's going to now be facing the rad hose a lot better, and we should have a bit better flow now. So I'm going to get this whacked on, and then not sure what to do really, as I looked at doing the boost pipes with these, obviously, as I had these, and yeah, they're going to be too big and to kink straight up. Basically, I probably could cut them and adapt them, do some pie cuts and welds, but what's the point? So I've ordered just 290 couplers, reducers 76 to 63 millimeter to go straight up, and then I'll have two straight off of there, and it'll be a lot neater and a lot easier. So yeah, can't do the boost pipes at the moment, but may look into getting all this whole wiring loom out, all the old fuel stuff out, maybe try and get the fuel lines done up today as well. All right, guys, I think I'm going to call it a day for today, as I just keep running into bloody headache after headache after headache with the car today, and it's lovely weather out there. So yeah, just going to call it a day for today. I'll show you where I'm leaving it at, because it's bloody bugged me. Yeah, and pissed me off really. So it's nothing major, but it's just some days you get enough of it. So let me show you. Right, okay, so what's been done? Obviously today, oil cooler's been mounted, I was happy with that. That thermostat was a pig for starters, but it's all done, all mounted now. Got all the shifter cables on, getting all the fuel lines run. Now, first problem with fuel line. I had this fuel filter that I was going to use. The fittings are too big. It's going to be an absolute pig to find the fittings for this. So yeah, I'm just gonna get a different fuel filter with all the correct fittings and go from there. So that's one pig that pissed me off. Another thing here is obviously this is a return. Got up here with this little olive, and this is the size, and it's just not fitting either. I know it's on a kink as well. I mean, I know the pipe needs to be straight. I might have to even go further down to do it, which is a bit of a headache. But yeah, I may just chop them fuel lines even lower and start again a bit lower down here, because I'm a bit peed off with the way they are at the moment. So yeah, that's another setback. So little headaches. I've got a new slave cylinder on. Got it all run, but yeah, I've got this on as well for the sensor. So I've done little bits today, but nowhere near as much as I wanted to. I'm a bit peed off of it. So I'm gonna go and chill out for the rest of the day, and may even have a day off tomorrow just to chill. So I'll be back on this soon. What's happening, guys? So it's 2 days after I last filming and had my little hissy fit over the car. I'm over it now, and I'm back at it. I've ordered some bits I needed. Silly little bits, but they're essential. So I'm waiting on them to turn up to actually really get deep in the car and connect with that motivation to get it started. But I've been working today and I've done a few bits, so let me show you anyway. Right, so I've mounted the fuel reg. Obviously it's on there, it's nice and well as tight as it needs to be really. And obviously I've made a new fuel return for it. So yeah, that's all solid and made. This I'm not happy with because there's a kink in it. There's a dirty kink in it there. You see the kink? I'm not happy with it, so I'm going to chop it lower down, sort of where I've made this one, and then I've got a new fitting up there. I'm going to put a new fitting on it and go from a bit lower, and then I'm going to get a thing and clamp these two fuel lines together, and hopefully have them both running over here like this, and then like sort of with each other really, as neat as possible. I don't obviously know I've got a lot of piping going up here yet, but you'll have to work around it. So the return fuel system is done. I can't finish that part, that side of the fuel system, as I'm waiting for cutting discs for my Dremel to get in there to chop that pipe. Not the only thing I'm waiting for, is it? Is it the only thing I'm waiting? No, I'm waiting for, as obviously I had this cheap Epman filter, and obviously the fittings didn't fit. So I've ordered a decent filter, and obviously that's got to go in line. I'm waiting for that to turn up as well. That's from Torx, so it shouldn't be too long. And then once that's in line, I'll get the fuel system completely buttoned up. Debating, oh yeah, I've got over there in the package, I have a power steering pump. So I'm going to be running power steering on this, guys. I'm going to have to check all the fittings around that, actually, looking at it. But anyway, that's later on. I ain't worried about it right now. So yeah, I'm going to be looking to be running power steering on this as well. That pipe does fit. So yeah, I'm just going to have a think on what to really carry on with today. I mean, I may get the turbo bolted on and start looking at the exhaust system on how I'm going to run that, because, or I might even just get the wiring loom. I'm still waiting for loom tape, but I've got some black tape. I can make it look neat with the black tape. It's a really clean loom anyway, so I may just have a look and just black tape it. I'm not sure yet. So yeah, I'm gonna, whatever I do, obviously I'll film it, guys, and go through it with you. But yeah, so progress is happening. Not as fast as I want it, because you know what I'm like, but yeah, all the niggly bits are slowly getting there. Okay, guys. Apologise, I've not filmed much or done much time lapse and things like that. I know I'll probably apologise about a million times through my videos about it, but I've just been trying to get this smashed out. Today's been, I'm nowhere near finished. I'm going to be for a late one today, I think. But yeah, I'm in a zone at the moment, so I'm just knocking it out. I'm going to show you exactly where I'm at and what I'm doing now. And then now I'm going to add a bit of time lapse for you. Right, as you can see, right, all wiring is in. Yeah, it's pretty tucked, it looks pretty neat. Obviously, there's still like fuel pipes hanging about everywhere. As I said, that's not fully tidied up yet. This bit's sort of as tidy as it's going to be under there. It's all solid, everything plugged in. It's completely wired up now. Now I've got the turbo on. I've reclocked it because I'm now making a new return like I was going to do on the EP3. So yeah, I've got this bit on at the moment. As you can see, the all Torx fittings. I'll zoom. I don't want to focus at the moment, but anyway, yeah, they're all Torx fittings on them. So I'm now just marked out where I'll cut this next one. And obviously I'm going to have it a bit more neater than the old one, because the old one was, if you remember, it's there. Yeah, it wasn't great. It was sort of like a bit of a wedged, weird one. So yeah, I'm now going to have once I've trimmed it, I'm going to sort of line it up as I've been looking at making the exhaust as well. Let me just show you. Got pipes in here just as mocking up things and that. Right, as you can see, there is room for an exhaust, but obviously I am running heater matrix in this because I want it to be comfortable as well. I mean, if I won't run a heater matrix, piece of piss, no problem. But I'm running a heater matrix for a couple of reasons. Obviously because in the cold, when we're all-wheel drive, I didn't say that, when we're all-wheel drive anyway, and I want to drive it in the winter, I'm going to want to be warm, so I'm running a heater matrix for that reason. And also, if the engine ever gets hot, I've also got obviously a override on the radiator, so I can have 2 fans running at full power to cool it down. And obviously if you've got your heater on anyway, you can turn it on full blast on heat and obviously help it cool down a lot quicker like that way as well. So I don't know if you noticed the mess, as I was like sort of leaning over, this started falling off, and I noticed that when it gets old and hard, I don't know if you listen, it turns to like glass. So that had basically turned to glass on there. Don't look as pretty now, it's off, but I don't want to have that on my engine. I've got to finish taking it off, so you can see it's a mess everywhere. But yeah, I may start making a downpipe today, ready for the exhaust system. Looking forward to that, because it's going to be a good challenge for me to get an exhaust system that actually fits. Yeah, it's going to be very tight looking here. Like I said, I'll worry about that in a minute, and I'll go through that with you, because I've got a sort of route out. As anyone would say, just do an up pipe, but I do want this to be a nice street car as well as a big power car. So I want to try and get, anyone can build a strict drag car or a strict street car. I want to try and get the best of both worlds here. So I'm going to literally take my time and figure it out, because I really do want to get the best of both worlds out of this car. That's the plan. So yeah, let me jump on and get this done. So I've obviously, as you see, I made up the oil drain for the turbo. Fitted like a dream. Looks lovely, and it's a lot better than it was before. Now I've started to work on the exhaust. So yeah, basically, there's the drain, as you can see. It's not touching nothing. Well, it won't be once it's tight. It's loose at the moment, because obviously I'm probably going to have to take it off again. But yeah, it does clear everything. So yeah, I've managed to get a coolant hose on. I say a coolant hose, well, to the heater matrix. I found a hose that will fit for the time. I've got some on order that I'm going to be able to sort of do better things with, really. And yeah, I'm gonna just basically make my own piping for it to clear the exhaust. So now I'm currently making the downpipe, and obviously I'm making it go through this gap. As you can see, I've set up my things to cut the piping. This is the start. Obviously it's my old downpipe that goes to the precision thing. I've made it marked up already. Got a little mark where I need to clean it up. Got a mark where I need to obviously line it up with downpipe. It's going to go something like this. Now I'm just going to chop it all up, make it all nice and straight, so when I weld it's a lot easier for me. And yeah, basically now I'm going to start on the exhaust system. So I'm going to jump on with that now, do a bit of time lapse for you guys. Alright guys, as you can see, I'm absolutely filthy. Look at the state of me. Yeah, it's been a long, hard day on this car. Probably one of the longest days I've had on it. I started like 9:30 this morning and it's now 5:30, and I had about a 10-minute break in between. So I've absolutely smashed it out today. Got a lot done, a hell of a lot done. I'll run through what I've got done and then I'm going to wrap the video up because this video is going to be hours otherwise. So obviously, as you know, if you've gone through the whole video, just a little recap on what we've done. Obviously we've got the fuel return system set up, a little bracket made, that's all good. Obviously got the turbo return sorted up, so I've got a new return done on it, obviously. Got the turbo clocked a bit better now, because obviously before that didn't used to sit central because of the way the gearbox was on the other return, but I've got it now sitting perfect. So I've got the wiring all done, all the wiring on. I'll stand up, obviously I've got the heater pipes on as well. Obviously these are only temporary guys, just to sort of where I can make the downpipe and that. But yeah, I've got the heater pipes on as well. And over here you can see my lovely welds. But yeah, so I'll get my downpipe. Obviously this has got to be chopped. This is going to be chopped along here, but it's getting too late to keep cutting and that around here, so I'm going to call that a day today. That's the kink I'm having to have in it to get the bend I want. But yeah, that's the downpipe made. I will be chopping this now and be putting a V-band in it. So that'll be my downpipe. Obviously that's going to be wrapped so you won't see the ugly MIG. Obviously I've got my TIG guys, but I'm not good enough to TIG it yet. Well, I can TIG, but obviously I don't trust my TIG yet. So to be full penetration and be strong enough for a full exhaust system. So I've just MIG'd it because I know how to, a monkey can MIG. So let's just say that, anyone can MIG really. So yeah, basically I've just MIG'd it and made sure I've got full penetration. It's gonna hold, which is the main thing. And then obviously I've made a complete mess today. But as you can see, the car is really coming on now and we're starting to see the light. Obviously I've got to take this, I'm waiting for some alley sheets to come and some alley rods so I can extend the pegs at the bottom. And then I'll take it to Mike Craig, get that radiator all buttoned up. And then that'll be going on the car solid. But yeah, well, just waiting for a few bits to turn up and then I can start making boost pipes as well. I'm gonna try and get the exhaust completely finished tomorrow. Obviously I've got all the bits over there I need to finish the whole system. I'm happy that it's going to be a full system as I wanted it a street car. I was struggling at the start, obviously, as you see, to get a way through, but I'm going to heat wrap it and just make some brackets down there to hold the lines out of the way of any exhaust system. and then hopefully we can be okay. That's where I'm going to leave this video, guys. So I hope you enjoyed this long one. Loads of bits and pieces getting done in between here. Been a nightmare, this one, but at least I can say that I'm on the home straight now. Exhaust downpipe made, rest of it to make, boost pipes to make, screamer pipe to make yet, and then crack on with the interior, I think, and then most of it's buttoned up after that. I can put some I might even, do you know what, in the next video I might even put some oil in it and then start her up, make sure everything's all good. So we'll see. Exciting times. Anyway, thanks for all the followers, thanks for the support. Like, subscribe, share. Remember, press that notification bell, you get that quicker. As soon as I upload, bang, you'll get it. All right, see you in the next episode. Cheers, guys.